daily grind of life, the one thing that gets put on the back burner sometimes is intimacy. And that's exactly what's happened with my next guest. And they're not really happy about it. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Jim.
Hi, I'm Mara.
And we've been married for 18 years.
That is true. We have three amazing daughters. Taylor is 16, Caitlin is 15, and Madison is 8.
The alone time for Mara and I just doesn't exist. When we first met, I was very passionate. There was always that spark.
We're having a bit of a problem. Our lives have gotten just so busy that right now sex is just not a priority.
We know things need to change. We want to spend more quality time together as a couple. We just don't know where to start.
We just want that adult time.
Well, please welcome Mara and her husband, Jim. Mara, so tell us, how did it used to be?
In the beginning, before the girls, Jim and I couldn't keep our hands off of each other. We would pretty much do the do in every room, and
Well, that's how you got 3 kids.
yeah. But it was more before they came. And we just, just our busy lives, and I'm a nurse. I work long hours, and he's an executive at his company, and it's just hard to find that time.
Mm-hmm. Jim, how did things change after the kids?
It was more of a gradual change, Steve. As time progressed, we were still able to find that intimacy type of period as there were babies, but cribs turn into beds, beds turn into walks, walks turn into knock on the doors, and at the end of the day, we just didn't have that level of private time that we once had prior to the children.
Any other distractions?
Of course. Jim can't stay off of his BlackBerry. He pretty much sleeps with it next to him. We have this huge TV in our room, which has this bright light coming through, and he gets upset because I like to watch your show at night before I go to bed. It's a good show, and I DVR it because I'm at work during the day. So even last night he was telling me to turn you off. I'll see you tomorrow.
So I could turn her on.
I ain't mad at that. What about couples, vacations, date nights, anything like that?
Out of the 18 years of us being married, we've never taken a vacation. We would love to go to Vegas for a weekend. It's just, we don't have the time, and with the girls, it just gets really, it's just crazy.
As far as date night's concerned, our last date was in August for our anniversary. But with anything like that, it's my youngest, who's 8, is blowing up my phone constantly. Daddy, when you coming home? When you and Mommy coming home? What are you guys doing? My older 2 are sending me texts, asking us what are we eating, what can we bring back for them. So it just wasn't as enjoyable as we hoped for it to be.
Sound familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you tried setting boundaries with the kids, Jim?
We have. It's just not to the extent of what we'd like to have set for them. Some of it is we feel guilty because of the amount of time we spent with them as they're growing up. It's just like when we're trying to have that alone time, it always seems that we've got the girls at the forefront of our mind.
I mean, look, I want to sit over here like I got it all together, and I love to tell you, hey, you got to make time for each other. But guess what? That's happening in everybody's house. This happens at my house.
Yeah.
We're struggling with that very same thing right now. So we know we got to take time for each other. We got something big planned this weekend without the kids, but that's what has to happen for real in every couple's life. Because once you get into the grind of the marriage, after you get married and the kids come, in the beginning it's just you and him working on the 2 of you. Now you're working on the rest of your life together, the family and the kids and what they want, what they need. It's a lot, man. Multiple kids. Kids are time consuming.
Absolutely.
And I hate to break this to you, but they when they turn 22, they don't go away. They still there. Still there, man. But anyway, I got my buddy here, Dr. Laura Berman. She's a sex and relationship therapist, and she's in the audience today. So, Dr. Berman, what's your biggest red flag with this couple here?
The biggest red flag to me is that we all make the mistake thinking that if we put our kids first all the time, we're really doing what's best for them. But what's really best for them is to put yourself first as a couple. That doesn't mean you don't meet their needs and that you don't take care of them and that you're not there for them. But these two are such devoted parents, and they work really hard outside the home, so there's that parental guilt that there's not that much time. It's not like they're with them all day. So they make themselves completely and utterly available to the kids all the time, to the point where there are no boundaries around private time for them to go out to dinner, to have sex, to even have 30 minutes of uninterrupted time together. So it's really about setting boundaries with the kids, in my mind.
Wow. Now, the two of you, Jim, Myra, you say that you want a fresh start with your love life and your intimacy in 2015. So I knew that this was going to be a tall order, so I called Dr. Berman to perform a sexorcism. Sexorcism at their home. And so you're going to see it right after the break. You don't want to miss this. We're going to their house and have a sex...
An exorcism of
a relationship therapist, Dr. Laura Berman, to perform what's called a sexorcism.
exercising
The Siemens.
doing an exorcism of the things that are standing in the way of their sex life.
There was no holy one.
No. Or spinning heads or anything
I
like
don't care what it is. I want one. Once you put sex in front, I'm your man. Let's go to the house and try. Hey, Marjorie. Hey. All right, let's take a look.
Today I'm going to perform a sexorcism, which means I'm going to banish all the barriers that this couple has to having a good sex life.
Hi, how are you? This must be pretty serious for Steve to send Dr. Berman, but at the end of the day, the goal is to be more intimate with Mara. So if Dr. Berman can tell us how to do that, I'm on board.
I understand you're wanting to restart your sex life.
Yeah, I mean, I think that,
Talking about sex is very uncomfortable, but it's something that we need to talk about.
When was the last time you had sex?
It's been so long ago.
I can't even remember.
I want to be more intimate with my husband and more attentive. And hopefully, starting today, that will happen.
Why are you crying?
It's okay.
what?
Why are you crying?
It's natural to get emotional when you're talking about matters of the heart, especially when you're talking about your sex life, which is right in the heart of your relationship. Let's talk for a minute about what does excite you.
When I see her in lingerie,
Something form-fitting.
form-fitting, it's revealing.
And you don't have any lingerie?
No.
What did he used to do that would really turn you on and feel romantic to you?
I've come home to candlelight dinner, bubble bath,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very nice.
How much time are you spending alone without the kids around?
I don't think there's any.
Jim and Mara need to learn how to set and keep boundaries to create space for their relationship without the kids. And the kids need to learn to respect that.
Girls, come on down. Girls, Dr. Berman.
Hi.
Dr. Berman, this is Taylor, this is Caitlin, and this is Madison.
The reason I'm here is because we've got to create some pockets of time, some boundaries that give them time to just have fun together.
Do the
Jim
do.
and Mara's kids control their parents' time and what they do with it. And my job is to turn that around. You could give them a couple of hours here and there, right?
Yes.
How do you feel about your parents going out on a date, or maybe sometimes spending 30 minutes to an hour where you're not going to bother them unless the house is burning down?
Yes? Good.
All right. Dr. Berman was able to relay the message that mom and dad need some alone time.
Hi, thank you, girls. Well, now with the kids out of the house, it's time to move to the bedroom.
This is our bedroom.
All right. It's beautiful. This is very romantic. Mara and Jim's bedroom looks pretty good, but we need to get rid of some mood killers and bring in some mood boosters. Is this where everybody comes to fold their laundry?
Yes.
Yeah.
We want to limit their access to this room in places we can. You could move the laundry to a more centralized location and not in your space. All right, the fireplace. Now, this is romantic. Have you used this yet? Ever?
No.
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 We could lay down some soft pillows and blankets. You can cuddle by what you sleep in. All
They're
right.
nice and cotton.
Yeah, and they're
soft.
cozy. So you can wear that sometimes, but can we kind of make an agreement that on your date night you wear something a little sexier? What do you
I
think?
think it's sexy. Yeah, it's sexy.
I think Jim is very excited about the lingerie.
And I even have one other thing. We've spiced up their space. I have a little homework assignment for Jim and Mara. All you need to do, Mara, is change into this. Jim and I are going to talk about what to set up next. And
Okay.
he'll call you when he's ready.
I can see him.
Dr. Berman assigns Mara and I some homework, and I'm ready to get straight A's. I know Mara wants more romance in our relationship, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that I achieve that.
Oh, wow. Oh, my
Mm.
God. Jim and I are going to go on more dates, and we're going to spend more alone time in a more intimate way.
Mara and I love each other. Dr. Berman helped us remember what is important in our relationship, each other. I think after today, things are going to heat up a little bit more.
Oh.
Let's get Nicky! Yeah. The robe's off. So, guys, let me ask you both, what'd you take away from the whole experience?
I mean, I think for me, it's just a matter of, making sure that we set the proper boundaries and have a balance between time that we're spending with the girls as well as the time that we're spending with each other.
Mara, for you, what's it been like since?
It's been good. And I can't talk about that on national TV.
Bull.
It's been good.
See, Harvey?
Yeah, I know.
Let's just
Just
say,
don't rip it.
let's just say we were really good students, and she's a great teacher.
So, Dr. Berman, what's the one thing that all couples should do to get a fresh start here in the new year?
Well, I think these guys are off, and they are great students. It's really about, maybe for the first time since you've had kids, recommitting or committing to making your relationship a priority. I got them a timer because their youngest daughter, Madison, has the hardest time because she's used to unlimited access to that. So we just are starting with 15 minutes where she's going to set the timer, and she's not going to bother them unless the house is burning down or someone needs to go to the hospital. And then, as a reward, they're going to play a board game with her. And so you have to almost condition your kids, sometimes to give you that space, and you have to take it and be serious about it and set those boundaries. And I think these guys have so much love between the two of them. If they just create the boundaries and Jim gets his romance on, I think they're going to be in great shape. And it's good for their relationship, and it's going to be good for the kids. If their parents are happy and strong, then they're happy and strong. That's the best thing you can do for your kids.
And if your kids are old enough, like my sons, whenever they knock on the door, where music pipe through the house. So if I have my music on, that means I don't want to be disturbed. They knock on the door anyway. So I just throw them in the shock.
What do you do?
I just open the door, just one look at just open the door and just stand there wide-legged. What's up, man? They just always down. I'm sorry. My kids went out of there. They stayed in their room for 2 days. Hey, listen. I got something for you, Myra and Jim. Since you have never taken a couple's vacation, I think it's time to change that.
Yeah.
So you're going to be getting a romantic 3-night stay in a signature suite at the AAA 4-diamond rated Red Rock Resort in Las Vegas, baby. Yeah, we're going to Vegas. You're going to experience dinner at the award-winning T-Bone's Chop House, spa treatments, and a private pool cabana. It's really nice out there. Thanks to Myra and Jim. Good luck to you. Have a great time. Dr. Laura Berman, we love you, girl. Thank you very much.